When most people think of King of the Hill Thanksgiving episodes, they typically think of Spin the Choice, the cannibal one. But Happy Hanksgiving was their first, and it gave us possibly their best Thanksgiving moment.
Hey, do your people even celebrate Thanksgiving?
We did. Once.
Hey folks, welcome to Squirrel Tactics. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, don't forget to check out our Patreon and our sister channel. Anywho, let's do this. So, we start off with the guys in the alley discussing their Thanksgiving plans while Hank smokes a turkey. And Hank informs Bill that they're going to spend it in Montana with Peggy's family.
Yeah, see, Peggy and her mom don't always get along, and now Mother Platter's starting to take it out on propane. She says it can't get the job done when it comes to smoking turkey. Well, I'm not going to let that go, so for Peggy's sake, I got to prove her mom wrong.
Yeah, for Peggy's sake, not propane, that's it, but also...
Now, this doesn't leave the alley, but, Peggy's parents wanted to take us to a restaurant for Thanksgiving.
Boomhauer is going to Miami Beach to see his family, and for some reason, the Gribbles are also going to the Dallas airport, though we find out later that it's to drop off John Redcorn. When it comes time to head to the airport...
I just talked to your grandma, and I went out on a limb and promised moistness and smokiness.
My mother called? Oh, I wanted to tell her that I'm going to bake my Brown Betty.
Yeah, she said not to bother. She'll just pick up some Sara Lee.
Oh, sure. But if my brother were making Brown Betty, she'd freaking lick the bowl.
Keep in mind here that we eventually find out that her brother Hoyt is indeed in prison. This fact makes several aspects of the episode not make a whole lot of sense. Bill offers to drive them to the airport since he's picking up his uncle.
Okay, I guess that'll save me some time. Which uncle is it?
Bill?
Huh, so you're named after him?
I said Stan.
And then we have the issue with Luann.
My first time seeing Daddy since Mama's second-degree assaulted him with a fork. Oh, this is so exciting.
Boy, it sure is.
Again, this was retconned later to Hoyt being in prison. Also, Hank didn't buy Luann a plane ticket because he doesn't consider her to be, family.
You were supposed to buy tickets for the family.
That's right. I bought tickets for all three members of the Hill family. Hank Hill, Peggy Hill, and Bobby Hill. The Hills.
What is the matter with you? As far as Luann knows, you love her and you consider her a part of this family. Do not let her know that you neglected to buy her a ticket.
And in a rare occurrence, I actually have to agree with Peggy on this one. So does Hank after some prodding from Peggy. Once they get to the airport, Bill can't keep his story straight. Hank then learns a fun lesson about demand pricing.
Yes, sir, that'll be $719.
What? I paid $250 for my ticket. That's the price I want.
Sir, you bought your ticket 6 months ago. You are buying Miss Platter's ticket on the day of travel.
And gives in, but not before tossing out this little gem.
I'm going to write a personal check. And in the memo line, I am writing unfair.
We then learn that the Supernewsonpones are also at the airport.
Hey, Hank! Look, man, it's the early birds. Hey, Hank, our flight say time is yours. I saw you leave house at 10 a.m. We leave 5 hours later. You still waiting, you dumb redneck.
Yeah, okay. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. You too.
Due to bad weather, DFW cancels all their outgoing flights, and we get to see the old version of Peggy's mom.
Hank, I want to make sure my mom has all the ingredients for my Brown Betty, which I have made every year from 1976 until I die, inclusive. I will need margarine and not butter.
Is that Peggy?
Yeah.
Tell her we use butter in this house.
Okay.
And Bobby having issues with food.
It's salad.
Hank, the boy needs protein or he'll pass out. Now break open that box. Thanksgiving will go on with a one-legged turkey.
One-legged turkey? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Other than shame on you.
While Con cons his way into getting his family food by posing as a district manager.
Here you go, ma'am. I'm district manager, pitching in. Crazy day, huh?
Peggy hears some gossip about another flight, which Hank doesn't believe, so Peggy does what Peggy does.
Hank, did you hear that announcement? The gate agent just said we're supposed to go to the TWA flight.
What? All right, let me go ask him and...
No, there is no time. The plane leaves in 10 minutes.
Meanwhile, Dale is still at the airport, possibly still waiting on Nancy to show John Redcorn off, and is searching for a place to smoke.
I'm sorry, Admiral. There's no smoking in the terminal building.
You're not sorry, and I'm not an admiral.
Hank is not too happy when he finds out that Peggy tricked him into going to the other terminal.
All right, Peggy, you lied to me about the announcement. That's strike one.
What? Oh, don't start with that baseball.
That's two.
What happens when he gets to 3?
He doesn't know.
And when they arrive back at their terminal, they find out that the flight was canceled and was moved to the next morning. But luckily, the airline had rooms at a local motel for some of the passengers. The Hills decide against taking the airport shuttle, deciding instead to get a ride from a returning Bill, who had heard news about the airport's closing and drove all the way back from his house, and who still is sticking to his uncle's story.
Mr. Dotree, did your uncle's flight get in okay?
No, yeah, sure.
So, can we meet him?
No, he's back in Ireland.
Then why are you here?
We had a fight. He bit me.
Bill, I still don't understand why you're actually here.
Do you want to ride or not?
Of course, Bill wrecks his car from not paying attention, and they find out that the motel is full.
Strike 2.5.
They end up staying at the airport. Hank is forced to check his turkey, and the bomb-sniffing dogs alert their handlers to the package. They might be bomb-sniffing dogs, but turkey's turkey.
What? What in the heck is he doing?
My God, Hank, that's the bomb squad.
There's a bomb?
No, it's not a bomb, it's a turkey. It's a smoked turkey, you idiot! Get away from there!
Which leads to the bomb squad detonating the turkey, and this delay causes the flight to miss their window for takeoff.
Oh, please, God, no!
However, Love Field, which is the other major airport in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, has a flight going to Montana an hour later, and the only way to make it across town is to take the airport shuttle.
We're gonna do it your way, Peggy. The dirty way. Hold on, I got 4 more.
You can try.
Bobby, I need an inch. Montana, here we come.
The thing is, after lying to another family trying to get a flight and seeing them waiting in the rain outside the shuttle, the Hills give up their spot and stay at the airport. They also end up finding out that apparently it was unseasonably warm in Montana and that the family had gone swimming. Also at the airport are the Supernoosen Pones, Boomhauer, who got to spend the night with 2 stewardesses who just so happened to be born-again Christians.
Hey, Boomhauer, I'm sorry you didn't get to see your mother. Hey, man, you want to talk about sorry, man? Them dang old stewardess, them dang born again, talking about them dang old cold shower, no.
Dale, who had been locked outside during his search for a smoking area.
The only thing that kept me going was my will to smoke again. And the ashtrays from an Alitalia flight.
Joseph, who was apparently in the arcade the entire time using metal slugs that Dale had given him. They didn't really explain where Joseph had been. And Nancy and John Redcorn, who we hadn't seen since the day before, so they most likely spent the night together.
Oh, there you are, Nancy. I've been searching all over the airport for you. Oh, Dale, I searched for you as well.
And as they all sit around sad that they can't spend Thanksgiving with their families, Hank reminds them that they have a lot to be thankful for, and that maybe they can throw together their own Thanksgiving dinner.
Now, I've got a stick of gum. I was saving it for the airplane, you know, to pop my ears.
I have some leftover pizza from Papa Capone's.
Yeah, man, I got them dang old airplane nuts, man. I got them dang old bags of it, man. That's about all I got, man.
I have a can of yams.
You know, I would wonder why Dale randomly has a can of yams in his pocket, but it's Dale, so yeah. Oh, and Bill is still around and finally comes clean about his uncle's story.
I don't even have an Uncle Stan. I made him up.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Very sad.
So they end up heating up the pizza with Hank's locked away propane tank from earlier, and they have their own little Thanksgiving dinner right there in the airport. But see, now here's my issue here. They can leave. They have plenty of vehicle space to go to a restaurant. Or, given their response to eating Thanksgiving dinner at a restaurant that we saw earlier, they can just drive home and have a Thanksgiving dinner there. Just because the planes can't leave doesn't mean the cars can't. Anywho, we end with Peggy being Peggy.
Wait a second. With those sugar packets, these pats of margarine, some leftover pizza crust, and that propane grill, I can jerry bake us up a Brown Betty.
Well, you do make the best Brown Betty in
Yes, I do.
And that's the end of Happy Hanksgiving, the show's first Thanksgiving episode. It's actually a pretty good episode. There are a couple of unanswered questions, like Joseph's whereabouts. Ending was a nice, wholesome ending, though it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. If you think about it, I mean, come on now, there are plenty of people at Denny's on Thanksgiving. And from all of us here at Squirrel Tactics, Happy Thanksgiving, folks.
Uncle Hank, a man just asked me if I wanted to join the Mile High Club. Could you get me an application?
Well, I would think they would have them on the plane, Luann.